Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown.
Yay, Izzy. There's my little Izzy cat. Yes, she made that for me. So I appreciate that. Welcome in, everybody. We got a few people, 12 people up in here. Thank you very much. So let's go to the top. So we had Lawless up in here. Yee. Northwoods Press. Okay. Woo-hoo. And then we got our OG Sunshine. Janica. What's up, Janica? Melissa Stadman, welcome in. Of course, we have Izzy. And Dove. And we got Duke City. Yay. So excited. We have Irish Rover. We have Tim. Let's see who else. I think that's pretty much. Did I miss anybody? No, I don't think so. Okay. So my guest is the lovely Queen, the color Queen, Kailyn, former known as Manic Mouth 420. So I'm gonna ask about her channel first and let her, tell y'all who she is and what her content is, and then we'll kind of go into the story of, the Manic Mouth and the Queen now. So go ahead, introduce yourself.
All right. Well, my channel is kind of a variety channel. I do a lot of gaming lives. That's kind of really the only lives I do anymore. But videos, I do like mental health. It's kind of sporadic right now. I don't really have like a set day that I'm doing it. Tuesdays are normally tarot. I do have True Crime Thursday as well. I kind of do a lot of variety stuff. I'm doing makeup stuff as well now. Just kind of really finding my footing now on my new channel. I've had to take down the cannabis content, which was kind of like depressing, and trying to get back into the swing of things has been not great.
So how long have you been on YouTube?
For 4 years now.
4 years, and you started as the Manic Mouth, right?
Yes.
And that had your 420 content and all that.
Yes.
And then
420 music, stuff like that.
I know I saw you had like a podcast of book reading, like, so let me share, and I'm just going to show people like the different, wrong button, my bad, so that everybody share. Oh, hold on. And for those that came in, we have Thomas, veteran, hello. I do not know how to pronounce your name. Can you pronounce it? Try.
Oh God.
Come on. I'm just going to call you NW.
Yeah, there
I
you
don't
go.
know. I don't want to mess it up. Defroggies is up in here. And then we have Gavin's PSVR channel. Nice. All right. Homegrown. So here's her channel. Yeah, she said, she has a lot of different content. So I noticed that at when you were Manic Mouth, like you kind of had a structure. So you were Manic Mouth for 4 years, or is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's I met you roughly around 2 years ago now. Manic Mouth or Queen Kailyn, and I have been on Scully's, where we were doing Wizard of Oz. I was Dorothy, and she was Scarecrow.
Yep.
Yep, she was the Scarecrow. So, you know, yeah, it was fun. How was that for you? Was that like out of your comfort zone too?
Oh, most definitely. I was so nervous, and like even during rehearsals, I was terrified, and like I listened to that song like 50 times the day before. Like I was like, oh my gosh, this is so
You did amazing
nerve-wracking.
though. Yes, seriously.
So did you. It was a lot of
Well,
fun.
thanks. I mean, I think that was like my third one. So I've done, with the Christmas one, I've done 4 now. So, but I remember the first one I did, it was, let me think. Oh, Izzy, what was the first one? No, I forget. Oh, it was, oh, I can't, Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland was the first. So, and then we did Alice in Wonderland, and then we did Peter Pan, or maybe it was Peter Pan and then Alice. I don't know, but I've done Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland, and then we did the Christmas one. So, hello, Dev. Hello. Welcome in. Blind Neil's in here. Woo-hoo. Support Manic.
Heck yeah.
And I saw Lisa Kempner. I know, right? Homegrown, herbal, growing. I don't know why I saw anyway. Yep. Shh. Okay. No, I'm right. So what I was gonna say was Manic Mouth you did for 4 years, but I saw that you had more of a regular routine. You had the Tarot Card Tuesdays, you had the Mental Health Wednesdays, and then you had the True Crime Thursdays. So when you had your moment of this is what I'm going to do and you switched your channel, what was your thought process? Like, were you worried about losing subs? I mean, I know it's been a journey and it didn't just happen overnight, like the whole coming out. Right. Anybody who's followed you has known that, it's been progressing that way. And then you did, you know what I mean? And then people needed more explanation. Not that you needed to explain yourself more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I think I asked a lot of questions about.
Yeah, well, mainly I had some issues earlier, like in 2023, like around the summertime, I had some issues. And
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of when my channel kind of stopped getting so structured. And I was like, okay. And then I had some real life shit happen.
Right.
And after some things were brought up in, you know, a custody battle, it kind of was like, okay, I'm just going to take down all of my cannabis content and kind of just rebrand my channel. I was never
Right.
able to get remonetized either with my cannabis content. And I had all the stipulations, but since taking down all my cannabis content, I don't have all the watch hours now.
So now we need to help you with watch hours.
And
Right?
that would be great.
Okay. Do you have playlists? I mean,
I do.
Okay. Awesome. What was I gonna say? Oh, Izzy, will you or somebody drop her link and I can pin it? I'm like, it'll just be easier that way.
All right.
Sonia G, welcome in. Let's see. My love, Topher Life's here. Sonia G. Oh, it's moving so kind of fast. Or I'm just slow. What's up, slow burner? Brandon Mitchell, nice to see y'all. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so let's just get down, I guess, to the story. So, right, I'm trying to like show who you are now, right? You know, but I mean, it's a whole journey. I mean,
Oh yeah.
so what's your story, I guess?
Oh wow. Well.
And I mean, that's the, you know what I mean? Like, that's the best way. I'm just gonna have to sit back and I'll ask.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As I think or as I see somebody in chat. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I guess it began when I was 5 years old. 4 years old, my mom had kind of gotten diagnosed with bipolar disorder and was going through a lot of suicide attempts, and she was in and out of the hospital. And that was because of my grandpa dying. And at 5, with her being gone all the time, my dad, who was already accused of child molestation with his niece, things started happening to me while my mom was gone. And when I was young like that, I don't like, that's what I'm kind of doing in therapy right now, is kind of trying to like bring back some of these memories, because my brain has really blocked out like all the memories regarding my father. And so that was really like a big thing early on that happened. When I was like around 8, I started taking my brother's clothes and playing with boy clothes or boy toys and stuff like that. And, you know, then I kind of like had, like I did have some moments where I wore the girl clothes and stuff up until high school. High school, I cut my hair off. I started wearing boy clothes. I didn't start going as he or changing my name or anything. But it was like looking at my old channel the other day was kind of like, you could see the progression to where I was like, I had the long hair. I always wore like sweatpants and sweatshirts, but then it was like all of a sudden and I have like short hair. And that's kind of what started it. When I was 19, I met my ex-wife, and she had just straight up asked me one day. She was like, "Do you think you're transgender?" And I was like, "I don't really know much about it, but you know." And she was like, "Do you feel like you're a boy or a girl?" And I was like, "Well, I kind of feel like I'm a boy." So that kind of started my journey to transitioning to male. So I started taking testosterone in 2016. And before then, I had to go to therapy and I had to like talk to people, because there are like irreversible changes from transitioning like that with hormones. And so I started transitioning. But I always had like these interests that were what I deemed as girly. And
Mhm.
so through my transitioning, I really did try to become someone else. Like, I didn't allow myself to enjoy certain things because it was too girly, and
Right.
stuff like that.
So
And
just for anybody coming in, so you were born a girl.
yes,
Um, around you went through your trauma, things with your dad and stuff, and then around high school, which like freshman year,
yeah,
so
yeah,
like 13, 12, 13,
14,
14. So around 14 that's when you decided to start dressing like a boy. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
yep.
Okay. Okay. And so when did you feel like changing your name? You know what I mean? And then using the pronouns he and him, like,
That was when I was 19.
okay. So all through high school, it was like the transition into being Manic Mouth, would you
Yeah,
say?
like,
Like, especially the mental?
yeah. I had in high school, I'd come out as gay, 8th grade year.
Okay.
And then, so that was kind of that. I was she, her in high school. I was just like a butch lesbian, so to speak.
Right. Right. I mean, I get it. Like, I remember, okay, no, I don't want to interrupt. We'll get there. Shh. Okay, so keep going. My bad. So you're
uh,
19. Is that when you start taking the testosterone and all that stuff? Or
no, that was 2 years after that.
okay. So yeah. So okay, you get out of high school and then like anything significant happened from, when you graduated. Did you graduate 19 or was it 17, 18?
I graduated in 2013.
Okay, 2013. So how old were you? I can't even do the math.
18.
18. Okay. See, I graduated 19, but my birthday, they had to,
Right.
the cutoff date was always,
Yeah.
like so many days. So I was always like behind all my friends. It really
Yeah.
kind of sucked. I was like, ah. So I was like 19, it was like, okay. So
Yeah.
18, and then you start to what made you start taking the testosterone for more of a, change, I guess. And then when you started taking those testosterone, like what happened? Like
Okay.
physically?
Well, my ex-wife, the person I was dating at 19, she was a big part of that.
Mhm.
She had already like known transgender people, and so she kind of like pushed me in that direction. And so she like set up everything for me. Like, she was the one who really like found this place to do the hormones and stuff like that. And it just, it sounds silly, but I really had zero confidence back then. And so it was like seeing how happy me being a guy made me just want to do it more.
Right. So
And
like through your whole life, have you had the low self-esteem,
yeah,
no
100%.
confidence? Okay.
Yeah. When I was 14, like 8th grade year, I started cutting myself and I had my first suicide attempt. And I had struggled with cutting and suicide attempts up until 6 years ago.
Okay.
So that was rough. Um, but so I had started to take testosterone. To do that, though, I
Mhm.
had to take vitamin D for 8 weeks because my vitamin D was low, which the vitamin D affects your mental health,
That's why you're
which
so white. I mean, just kidding. Get some sun, girl. Get some sun. I'm just kidding. Look, I'm white. I'm just now starting to get like a shade of like, just a little toast,
yeah,
because I've been outside, in Texas. It's warm as heck already. So I,
I bet.
put up a pool for the kids, because it's just, if it was anything like last summer, it's like, and see, I was pregnant, like 8 months pregnant. So I was
Oh
like,
my
oh, I
god.
was dying, right? So, I mean, it was like, "Oh, right, yeah." So this year was like, "No, we're gonna have a pool." So, but baby Justice, I'm gonna have to like, what's the highest sunscreen? 100 proof? I mean, no, I
Oh
don't know if it's
god.
that much, but she is white as white can be. Like for real, that poor baby. And see, my mom and my sister, they're both fair skinned, so they burn.
Okay.
But me, I might be kind of fair skinned, but I tan nicely, so look like brown sugar. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, okay, sorry. Let's get
You're good.
right. Let's get back. So yeah, you were taking the testosterone. So was she the first relationship that made you feel of importance, that made you feel good about yourself?
Yeah, she was the first serious relationship in person I had. Everyone that I dated before her was online that I never met in person.
Hmm.
So she was the first serious one, and she also had a kid. So she had, when I came into her life, her daughter was 6 months old.
Okay.
So being there, I like felt like a parent. I got close to her daughter, and
Right. It's like a motherly instinct that just
yeah,
comes
yeah,
over.
it really is. It really is.
Awesome. And so you started taking the testosterone, like what changes did that cause
So
or
there are there are a lot of changes. One which is kind of very TMI. Um,
okay,
it
that's fine.
it's fine to say, or like it's just fine.
No, I mean, well, it's fine for TMI and it's also fine if you want to say it. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right.
you can pull the I don't answer questions. I'm okay with that.
Well, some of the changes you'll experience is obviously your periods will stop, so you won't get a period. Um, your voice will start to deepen. That takes a couple months to start taking effect, but you sound like a really flamboyant gay guy for months until it really starts to deepen.
Right.
And then the facial hair comes like 2 years in. Like it really is such a slow growing process for the facial
Mhm.
hair. The TMI is that your clit will grow.
Really? Wow.
Not like super big, just like an
No,
inch.
but like I mean, it's funny, but not funny. Like I was like, is she gonna say it or no?
I know.
Because
I
I
was like,
mean,
should I say it? Should I not say it? I'm like, I've probably said worse on this YouTube anyway.
no, okay, so I'm assuming the lips, I mean, grow, I don't know.
No, it's literally just a clit. Like it just sticks out like an inch.
Oh, okay, just the okay. Wow, interesting.
Oh my
I hear
god.
your lady in the background laughing. I
I know
mean,
she is cracking up.
but that's okay though. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, like
Yeah, it's
interesting.
weird. It's wild. It's wild. And that's one of the irreversible ones, along with your voice. Your voice will never go back to what it is. You can obviously do vocal training and stuff like that, but your voice is an irreversible change. The facial hair, it looks like it also is an irreversible change, but I'm hoping that with shaving and waxing, it will just eventually go away.
Right.
um, but that's
So,
pretty much it. Your body will change. Like your fat will like go in different places. So like you'll go from having like almost like a girl body to having like the body build of a man.
right, I understand. Some of us are just big bone and we already have that shape. So I was never I couldn't even be an hourglass. I was just like, I don't know. I was never, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
or maybe I was, but it was reverse. But I mean, because I have the big hips and then the wide top. Like I didn't have. Never mind. That's TMI. Okay, you're so. See you, all. Anyway, okay. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So at 19, you said you started testosterone.
No, about 21. It was in
Okay,
2016, so
so you were 21. How long did you take it?
I took it until I got pregnant.
Okay.
So that was back in 2021. I had been off of it for 4 months before I got pregnant, and then I had started to take it for a couple weeks, and then I took a
Mhm.
pregnancy test, and it was like positive, and I was like, oh no, like it was terrible. I really did not think it was possible because I was on the testosterone, which is stupid.
So I'm assuming after this girl, you met a dude?
Yeah, I dated women my entire life until
Right.
I met my baby daddy, and that
Mhm.
wasn't a romantic story, let me tell you.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So
so
it's
it
like
wasn't
a
like
okay.
we did not start in a relationship.
It
It
was
was
like
a one
a
night
was
stand.
it a donation thing, like,
No, it was
plan,
a
or
one
was
night
it like a
stand.
one okay,
It was
gotcha.
like a yeah, friends with benefits situation that turned up me getting pregnant and was like, "Oh shit, guess what?"
Understood, understood.
You know?
Okay. And so
Um,
that's when you know, cut it out?
yeah, that's when I cut it out, and
Cut
I
it
did not
out.
start up again until November of 2023,
Mhm.
and I was only on it for, like, 2 months before I was like, "This is not for me." It was causing side effects for me, like, it makes you angry, like, it really does affect your mental. Um,
So is that something that happened, like, since the beginning or just
yeah,
since you
yeah, I
started
just
it
was
back up?
able to
Okay,
recognize it better
okay.
this far, and I had already kind of been thinking that I wasn't necessarily a boy. Like, I had
Right.
been kind of, like, thinking, like, "Okay, maybe this isn't for me." I tried I got in when I after I had my daughter, I got into makeup. I got into doing my nails, and
Mhm.
it was like, "Okay, I'm just like a gay guy," but
Right, right.
it's like it was more than that, and as Manic Mouth, I was really angry. I was really angry because I always felt like I had to defend myself about being a man, even though inside I was like, no, but I like these things. I like to wear certain things. I like certain, like I like stuffed animals and stuff, like stuff that I, as Manic Mouth, was like, no, you cannot do that. You cannot like those things. You cannot wear what you want. Like you can't do makeup. I was very
So
harsh.
it had to be, like, one or the other, like, you
Yeah,
weren't thinking they both could live in the
no.
same
And
space.
I was my entire time transitioning, I was constantly like, somebody's gonna think I'm gay. Somebody's gonna think I'm too girly. And it was like I had this like real tough exterior.
Right.
And it wasn't me. And it's so funny because my girlfriend, as soon as I started to detransition and was like, this is what's happening, she has been so supportive 100%
And
throughout.
when did you meet this lucky gal? The one you're
I
with
met
now?
her at the end of June of
Okay.
2023. Um, we made it official on the 4th of July. And we've been together ever since. We moved
Awesome.
in with each other quickly because I had left my daughter's father
Mhm.
and was in kind of a situation where I did not have housing.
So,
So,
when you became pregnant, did you try to have a relationship with baby daddy?
yeah, yeah. I had moved in with him and his two
Okay.
ex-boyfriends. Yeah, it was a whole situation. It was not
Oh, and
great.
okay, his ex-boyfriends?
Yes, he was when we met, he was
Okay.
dating 2 guys because he said he was gay. He has since said he's not gay, that he's pansexual
So,
now.
did he fall for Manic Mouth?
Yes, yes, he did.
Okay. 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 I got it. I'm just a little slow.
Yes. No, you're not slow. I'm sorry. You're not slow. That's not what I meant.
No, you're good. I mean, I'm just yeah, so for me, because of
Yeah,
my mental health, like, I have to hear something a certain way
I
for
get that.
me to understand it. You know what I mean? Kinda
Yup.
like yeah, just so I have to make sure I know what you said so I can transition it into other verbiage in my head. I know
Yeah.
it's crazy, but it's part of my
Well, I
mental
totally
health,
get it.
you know?
I totally get it.
So, yeah. Okay, so you've been with this one since last year, the summer
Yeah.
last year.
Yep.
So it's
About
been
8
almost a year.
months. Yeah, almost a
Oh,
year.
wow. Congrats, early anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so that's gone she's been a great supporter. So where are you at now? Like, you're completely off of them. How long have you been off your testosterone?
Let's see, since December of 2023.
Okay, so 4 months, 3 months?
Yeah.
3 months. Okay. And how is it? made you feel? Like what now is there like a detox, like if you're a drug
Um,
addict, you know what I mean? Because it was something that you like, does your body react to not having it
it
anymore?
does. It's almost like your hormones all of a sudden go into whack. So you've got the estrogen and the testosterone like going at it because
Uh-huh.
you're not getting testosterone anymore. And so your estrogen's trying to come in. And it's like
Right.
a whole, it really does like not so much give you like physical changes, like physical withdrawals or anything,
Right.
but your mental, like you will go through a roller coaster.
I get it.
Um, and that has been hard. But I was so anxious. Like
Mhm.
I had like so much anxiety. And I was like, my girlfriend literally was like, you're high maintenance. You are, or not high maintenance. What did you call me? High strung. High strung. Okay.
Okay.
And it's so funny because, and that was like in the beginning of our relationship. And since I detransitioned, she's like, I can literally see a difference. You are so much more relaxed. You
Mhm.
feel so much more calm. You don't feel as anxious. And I really do. I feel like so much more of myself. Like I really, and I don't miss it. I don't miss, being a man because it wasn't for me. It felt like I was playing a part
Mhm.
for 8 years trying to be this person that, honest to God, like and again, it sounds terrible, but when I was Manic Mouth, and like after I started, the hormones and stuff, it was like, I was like, well, if I'm a guy, I'll have a better chance. This is going to sound so bad. And I'm trying to phrase it in a way that doesn't make it sound terrible. But it's like, if I'm a man, I'll be able to find women easily than if I'm a butch
Being
lesbian.
that you're gay, you thought your physical appearance
Yeah.
would.
I hated the way I looked throughout my entire life. I
Mhm.
that's why like when before I cut off my hair and started dressing like a boy, I literally wore sweatpants, sweatshirts, like hair tied up in a ponytail. Like
Mhm.
I had never even put makeup on until got pregnant. Like
Right, right.
it
So
was
do
like
you think that maybe because even so to me, Manic Mouth was a dude,
mhm.
but was still feminine.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
100%.
So like when you thought it would get you more girls, weren't you worried about, or were you ever worried about it being straight girls, right? That are
Uh
thinking you're a man, like, or did that
no.
ever happen
No,
or
because like when I am trying to date somebody, that's like the first thing I would tell people is, "Hey, I'm trans." Like even in my dating profiles, it said,
okay.
"Hey, I'm trans."
Right, but
So
you never know. You gotta
I
make
know,
sure
yeah.
you
I never,
reiterate.
never ran into that problem, thank God.
Well, good.
But yeah, I also didn't seek out straight women. I always struck out like bisexual women
Okay.
because then I knew that no matter what, like it's not going to be an
Okay.
issue. But yeah, it just and like I said, as Kate, like I love women. I'm bisexual. I love women, but as Kaden, like I said, or I'm sorry, as Manic, um, I always was putting up an act. You know what I mean? And it was like, I'm not a manly person. I don't know how to build shit. I do not like I am a horrible guy, and that's like that was the problem I had. Not straight women, but women who thought like, hey, this man can fix my car. This man can drill holes into a wall. Like, no, no, I cannot.
I'm not laughing at you, really, I'm not. But like the mindset, right, is funny
Yeah,
now, especially now after you've gone through it, right? You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like when you were going through it, I'm sure it was just utter hell. But the fact that, you have made it past it, you worked through it, and you're like, oh my God. See, and like I'm different. Like I'm gonna be the one who's mowing I want to work on my own car. I want to mow my own lawn. And it's only because I was a single mother for so
Right.
long. I before Justice, I had just boys, and it was a single mother of three for so long.
Yeah.
So and I didn't have good men, in my life per se. I mean, it just, until I met you, Toe. But it's just it's been crazy. So I had to do so when you say, you know, I don't know, you know what I mean? I mean, I get it. I just do get it. So but that had to be so yeah. I mean, it's all good. So
Yeah.
you just decided that's it. I can't continue this
Yeah.
persona,
Yeah.
this fake person,
Yeah.
right? You know, manic
And it's
mouth.
like,
I've got to be true to myself.
yeah, and it's like everything that I am, everything that I was as Manic Mouth is still the same. I'm a huge mental health advocate. I mean, for God's sakes, like Manic Mouth cried all of the time.
Right.
And
And
it's
so
just
I'm
like,
glad you said that because, backstage before the show, I was talking with you. I was like, as Manic Mouth, you had a weekly program,
yeah,
right, for the Manic Mouth channel. Even when you cut out the cannabis, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It still maintained a regular schedule, but in a viewer's eyes, that's when you started to have it's got to be one or the other, I think. You know what I mean? Like I think getting rid of the cannabis was like manic mouth, right? And then the other part of your content, I think in my eyes just viewing, that was like Kailyn, you know what I mean? So when you took that away because that's what brought like the weed, that's what made you like level. Like, you
mhm,
know what I mean? And again,
yeah,
I'm not a doctor. I just real life experience. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah,
I've been through it myself or my family, or I just, I get it. I truly can sit here and say, I understand. I know those exact feelings, not sometimes you don't get counselors like that,
mhm,
So I mean, it's just it's hard and you did it flawlessly, if you ask me. I mean, I know you feel like you have been through a lot, especially with, I'm sure, trolls, you know, I
yeah.
I I mean, so how has that been? Like, that
um,
part of the journey, with changing your channel, how did your subs, like, respond? Did you lose subs? Did you gain subs?
well, since detransitioning, I went
Mhm.
from 2.67 to 2.64. So I have lost quite a few subs. And I
Okay.
think it's because people think that I'm this trans woman.
I
That
know
I'm
you say quite a few subs, but really? I mean, and I say this because your channel is bigger. Like if you were a, 500 sub channel and you say you lost 200 subs, I would be like, oh man, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But, you were 26, you know what I mean? A couple, although I'm sure it sucks, I know. But really, I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's a proper number on, who is active, right? Because people will
Right.
sub and then
Oh
have
yeah.
nothing to do with your channel. You're just on their
Yep.
list. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I mean, whether it be just on that list or not, you have a lot of people that are still there
I
supporting
do.
you
I
and
do.
giving you the strength you need. I mean, I
Really,
know
truly.
several channels, that are
Yeah.
always like, when and it's not that you care about the subs as far as, clicks and views and,
Right. Right.
all that. I mean, you're not monetized now. I know you were, but, for me, I'm not shooting for monetization.
Yeah.
If it comes across my lap, great. Maybe I'll jump on board, maybe I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm just here doing me. And if
Yeah.
I can change somebody's day, help someone tell their story to try to make some, change.
Yeah.
We can't have big change without little change, wherever it may
Right.
be. I'm a 1A activist, for rights. Well, a lot of times in headlines, the LBG community is under fire, or they're
Mhm.
trying to limit this, or they're trying to limit that, or you know what I mean. Um, I might not agree with everything. Like, I don't think a transgender man, should play with women's sports. Or maybe I said it backwards. It's a
No, I get
man
it.
that,
Yeah.
did I say it? You know what I mean? That is
Yeah,
now
you
a
said it right.
female and then participates in female sports. To me, I'm not okay with that. We'll just put it that
Right.
way. And vice versa. You know what I mean? It's just, it's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
stick on it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, your
I have
thoughts,
this
I don't know.
I have the same view on that. I think that the only way it would ever be acceptable is if like this person had been transitioning for like 20 plus years, like
Right.
to where you have no trace of man or no trace of female in you, because then it makes it unfair. And you'd have to have, because even like, I still have estrogen in me, even though I was on testosterone. So it's like, it doesn't just eliminate,
Right.
like, so it's like, it's still there. So I completely understand and agree with what you're saying with it as well.
Got you. Especially in like high school sports. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
maybe I guess now that I'm hearing, how it works on the body, you know what I mean? And the whole transition and everything, I guess the longer you're on it, the more completed you feel. I don't know what the word would be. The more of the opposite sex you would feel, or man, in your case,
Yeah.
you felt more like a man, being on it. And then the more you're off of it, you feel more like a woman. Is that
Yeah.
kind of okay?
Yeah. And it really does change your body and stuff like that. And people do have surgeries. I never had any surgeries, but people do
Hmm.
have surgeries for both.
Hmm.
And once you have the surgeries, it's kind of like, wow, yeah, like you're kind of a man and you're just kind of a woman, you
Right.
know.
Right.
But like before then, I think it's harder because it's kind of like you still have the estrogen. You still like, when I got pregnant, I had been on testosterone for like 5 years, but
Hmm.
I had my daughter and still produced breast milk. I didn't breastfeed, but you know what I mean? Like
Right.
that still
Right.
happened. And so it's like, even after just 5 years, I was still having female,
Right.
things happen.
So, how has this affected your daughter? Like, I know I've seen a couple trolls, say you're
Yeah.
confusing your daughter. Well, I mean, I have 5
There's
kids. Yes, 5 kids, guys. And especially with your daughter's 2?
not even two yet. She will
Okay,
be
not
two in
even 2.
April.
She's kids, especially 5 and below, they're very resilient.
Yeah.
Yes, they remember stuff, but they're very resilient they adapt quickly to
Yeah.
change. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
100%.
Especially in my opinion, a change like this. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if you were trying to say you were taking away a parent, you know what I mean? That would be
Right.
totally
Right.
different. So, I
Right.
mean, she just viewed you. I mean, did she ever call you dad?
She called me daddy because me and her father, like, he went by dad and I went by daddy. Now I've changed it to mommy. She doesn't say mommy yet. She still says daddy. So she still
Okay.
knows who I am.
Right.
And the first time she saw me, she was kind of like, who the fuck are you? But like, she's totally
So
fine.
as Kailyn, you could notice a difference in how she responded to you.
Yeah, because the first
Okay.
time that I presented this way to her was
Mhm.
when I was picking her up from her dad. So it was like, it just kind of like surprised her the first time,
Right.
because then we got in the car and it was totally fine. She was just like totally fine. We got home and it was totally fine. Um, but yeah, she really doesn't like, it's the same. It doesn't freak her out. She doesn't have like the, oh, who the fuck are you? Like, she doesn't, like, she
Right.
knows.
It was like a day,
Yeah.
of, "Hey,
Right.
what's going on?" Let's
Yeah.
just I got you. Well, I mean, that's good, so, I
And
mean.
yeah, and my daughter's father is supportive of it. I told him that day, obviously. He didn't even recognize me. But he literally
Really?
was like,
Like,
yeah,
when I look at both of y'all, you see it in the face. Like, your
yeah,
face is just, you know what I mean? Like, it
yeah,
doesn't matter what you have around your face, whether it be, it's just you who
yeah.
is Kailyn. So, you know, and I only say Manic Mouth because that's just how,
I
I met you.
know.
So it is. So
No.
let me ask you this, since we're on that little subject. The name change of your channel, right?
Yeah,
I understand the transitioning yourself and then transitioning your channel. Although I'm just saying, I think you need to get back to a few of the,
Yes,
like if you
100%.
can't, like there's 7 days a week. You can still have Tarot Card Tuesday, Mental Health Wednesday. I would love to join you on your channel for
Yeah,
Mental Health Wednesday, seriously. And then crimes. I'm just now getting into the true crime stuff, but
yeah,
you know what? Izzy, I know she used to be, or she came from that. You know what I mean? Like, I bet you could find a guest or two to help you, because sometimes doing it alone, it's a lot of
it
pressure,
is.
or
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like your
yeah,
anxiety, and so sometimes I'm Caucasian, Sasquatch is Binky. Okay, so anybody who, every time I'm on his show, he calls me as Binky because I relieve some of that anxiety and that stress, of show.
yeah,
What's up, Generally Specific? How are you? Um, and everybody else, I know we've been in the moment of this conversation, but to me, it's very interesting. And like I said, I'm
yeah,
very honored to help you get it out there. And just, the trauma, what you went through, the fact that you overcame it, right? I mean, she rises from the, ashes,
yeah,
takes no prisoners, that's a fire phoenix to me. That's my second channel, but that's who you are. You're an inspiration to me because although I have nothing of a story like that, right? There's a traumatizing
yeah,
story that I have that I've told, not online yet, you know what I mean? But
right, right.
um, in my life. So it's just like, but that's why I built or started Fire Phoenix, because I'm slowly trying to get, this is AJOT 1A, First Amendment rights, freedom of speech. Y'all need to wake up before our kids don't have, ain't going to be able to say shit or learn anything in school because they want to take everything away. They want
Right.
to take out history, anything that made a difference in our life, whether good or bad, they want to take it away. It's
Hmm.
bullshit.
I know it
I
is.
mean, taking books out of libraries, it's
Yeah,
bullshit.
that
It's
is so
my right.
stupid.
As a
Exactly.
parent, I should be able to choose what my child can and cannot read.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's, anyway, not the state, not the government. I mean, in schools,
I
they're taking
agree.
away
Yeah,
parental rights. It's
they really are.
crazy nuts. That's another show. And let me tell you, I mean, I've got, some good stuff on that I'm going to ask parents, or moms from other places, let's watch this, you
Yeah.
know, it's just crazy. Anyway, so, I mean, that's great. And so do you think you're going to find a medium? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. The
part of
main
Manic Mouth is
reason,
part of you, you know what I
yeah,
mean? And like you just
the,
don't know.
the main
Right.
reason that I changed my channel name was because of the trolls. I had no plan of going from Manic Mouth to Queen Kailyn. But it was like Manic Mouth, like the trolls just kept going. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just change my name and
Mhm.
this will be a fresh start.
Right.
But I want to get my channel back together too. It's been hard because of losing people. Because like before, I am focused on monetization at the moment, but
Right.
before that, it was like I really enjoyed just coming on here and making connections.
Mhm.
But after I got outed as being transgender in the first place, and then having all these people attack me and say horrible things, I was like, well, I lost a lot of people that I considered, friends and stuff.
Right.
And so that was really hard to come back from. And then it was like, after taking the cannabis content down, it was like, well, I really have nothing. And I just was doing the gaming. And then I started getting in the gaming community. But it's just hard. Like now I don't really try to like message people, like the one, like the new people, I should say, like the
Yeah.
old people that I've been around on Manic Mouth. Like I will like message and talk to anybody.
Mhm.
But it's like I do have like my guard up now, like when
Right.
I am interacting with like new subscribers and like new people, because it's like, are you a troll in disguise, or are
Right.
you, like, is this, it's just really hard. And so that's been the main reason that it's been very hard for me to get the channel back to where it was and do the
Right.
videos daily, just because it's really, it really took a hit with the trolls, and now that I've detransitioned, the trolls are now trying to say shit again, and it's ridiculous.
So what is it that you don't have
You're
to
good.
talk about it if you don't, but what is it that they're saying, or like when you say nasty, how
Like before, they were calling me a bearded lady and just saying like
right,
horrible things, and like
right.
even in that same stream talking all this horrible shit to me at the end, like
Because I have
asking me
learned,
buddies.
right, I have learned, I've only had to deal with a couple of trolls. I've been pretty lucky, but I've seen friends, definitely deal with some trolls. Like I've learned sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. My feels might get hurt for a minute, if I see something that was said,
Right.
but I can quickly bounce back from that, now. Like I couldn't back then, but I can now because I'm confident. You know what I mean? So I think once you're like the other day when you did that
Oh
little
my God.
live, like,
Yeah. That
oh my
was
gosh.
because somebody
Is
had
it still
literally
up?
said that I breastfed my baby as a man, for one, and
Right.
that it was abusive. And I'm like, for one, I never breastfed.
Mhm.
And for two, like, for one, when I got outed as trans, you guys are calling me a female. And now that I'm not, and I'm literally going back to my birth gender, you're trying to call me a man. Like, make it make sense to me. Like,
Right.
so
Right.
that's why I like wanted to do this, and I made that last video, and I was like,
I
I'm
know,
done.
I'm trying to find it. Did you leave it up or did you take
I
it
did. I
down?
left it up. Hell yeah, I left
Okay.
it up.
I was like, it was just so lovely. I mean, that's all I can say. You know what I mean? Like I was like, but of course, I'm trying to look for it, so I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Right.
But anyway,
It
it
was
was nice.
alive. Yeah.
Was it alive,
It
right?
was alive. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look. Do. Oh, last time oh yes, here we go. I'm gonna play it. I love it.
Oh my God.
Can I play it? Is it okay?
You
Do I have your
can. You
permission?
can.
Okay. All right, hold on.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Can you hear it?
I cannot hear it now.
No?
I hope all the good ones are doing
There
good.
we go.
I hope the miserable
Is there an echo?
are miserable.
Not really.
So when I mute myself, you can't hear it?
Yeah.
So there we go.
Dang it.
Mhm.
Okay. It's all right.
Hi everybody. So
Oh my God.
doing this little live for you
I love it.
guys. Mainly for me, because it's very strange that I have to come on here and defend this, which is super strange. Like, it's really interesting because like, why are you thinking about my chest? Why are you thinking about my boobs?
Yeah, I was so mad before I made this live.
So, hello, it's me in all of my glory. See,
After you did it, did you like go back and watch it or no? Is this the first time seeing it?
Yeah, I did not rewatch
Okay.
it.
I don't
My
watch
girlfriend,
much.
my girlfriend watched it, and she was like, "You need to call your doctor because I think you were manic, honey." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
Okay, I'm gonna let it go. Hold on. Oh, I loved it.
you know, good looking titties still. So, oh, this is so
Oh my
weird.
God.
I never thought I would have to like come on here and be like, "Hey guys, I was born a woman." Like, hello. It's so funny that like before when I was like on here and I was like, "Oh, you too," and everybody was like, "What your friend?" And I was like, "Here I am. I was born a woman." They were like, "You're a fucking woman," and now I'm on here and I'm like, "I'm a woman," and they're like, "Oh." You breastfeed. Like what? What? Okay, for one, that's not possible. What? Men don't produce breast milk. How strange. Secondly, no disrespect to anybody who breastfeeds. I would and will never breastfeed.
I couldn't do it.
Want a kitty on my tail?
I couldn't do it.
No.
I tried with my oldest kid, okay? And that moment was so awkward.
Oh my god.
And I tried it like 2 or 3 times and I could not do it. I knew it would benefit my son so much more, but I could not do it. I couldn't do it. And I tried with Justice, but I mean, I lasted longer with her than any of them, but it was unnatural.
Right.
Also, hey, Aja, hey, beautiful girl, hi, Vivian. I hope you are doing wonderful, having a great day. Yeah, like people have been talking shit, I guess. Like legitimately, people have been on here. PKR, let's just call them out as they are. Black Killer Reviews, and all their ugly loser glory. Like, oh my god! And then there's people on here who don't believe that I'm a woman. Like, what do you mean? Like, I have a child. Like, I would whip out my vagina, but that's for old man. Too.
I love that part, dude. Oh my god.
It's gonna be the last time I dress it because I really, up until today, didn't think that I would have to. Didn't think I would have to come on here. Yeah, SOS Death Valley. Hey. Yeah, shit is crazy. And I'm like, why? Why am I being attacked once again when I don't even come to your guys' channel? Like I'm on here. I'm not even in the 420 community, so to speak, anymore. Like I'm just doing my own thing over here. I'm playing Dead by Daylight. I'm in the gaming community. I'm in the makeup community. I'm in the tarot community. Like I'm doing my own thing here. Cheers. So sorry, I like went and like took off mods for everybody, but I'll give you your chat. I just want to shout out that guy on YouTube and Insta. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's like I always in my head call him that guy Chief. I don't know if that's it. It's like that guy CH2, I think. But anyway, shout out to him because I'll tell you what, he's got huge fucking balls for coming on here and fucking talking about all the bullshit that's going on. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know that these fucking people were talking about me. Like, insane. And then Uncle Dunn, I think it was, commented and was like, you breastfed as a man. And I'm like, that's not possible. But even if it was,
woo, my girl.
Since I did, my breasts did leak milk. They did. Yeah. I appreciate that, Deep Ruggers. I really appreciate that. All my girls. Oh, sorry. In a wall of mystery. But yeah, like, oh my god. Like, this is
You're getting ready to go off, and I remember, and I was just.
I know. Look, you bring my kid into it, and it's all another story.
I never was. I pretended to be. I fooled you guys for years, actually.
I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to be shady with
you. Like, people talk shit when I was transgender. And it's like, I came on here and I knew that what I was going to say, talking about the sexual trauma that I went through as a child, I had a feeling that that was going to get, talked about, but I really did not think that grown adults would be sitting here attacking somebody and saying, oh, he says, I'm not confusing my child, Uncle Dunk. You know what I'm doing? I'm raising my. Thank you so much, Aja. I love you. All you guys are fun. You guys are A1. But I'm not confusing my child. Thank you. This is why I decided to detransition now, while my child is almost 2. She'll be 2 in April. I'm not confusing my child. I'm not. My child loves me. My child is well taken care of. She has 2 parents that love her. And what's so funny is my child's father also supports me in this and doesn't think that I'm weird. Yeah. But Uncle Doug, guess what? I have titties and a vagina. If I ever release an OnlyFans, I'm sure you guys will be the first to subscribe. Don't worry, Uncle Doug, and all you other random weirdos who think it's so funny to sit on YouTube, talk shit about people, and then also watch girls clap their ass cheeks. Like, dude, you guys are the definitions of like 40-year-old virgins. Like, can't get a woman in real life. Like, it's cool. I have a woman I go to bed with every night. Thank you. But yes, I took testosterone from 2016 until, let's see, I was off of it for like 4 months before I got pregnant. Thank you. And then as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I stopped it. And I was actually off of testosterone for 2 years. Thank you. Until I just
I love your
back
thank
up
you. 2 years, thank
November
you.
2023. But guess what? It made me angry. And I started to realize in therapy, because guess what? Your girl is in therapy like she always has been.
Shut your mouth,
Because
Toe.
I am here taking care of myself, taking care of my daughter. Funny, all of these people want to talk about my daughter, but it's like, where's your kid?
I'm not putting that up
You
on the
either have
screen.
never had them, or they got taken away from you. So I love you, Felicia. Sorry, I'm not really like paying attention to the comments that much. Yeah, I missed a lot. Clearly, I woke up this morning to a very interesting video, and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know people were talking trash about me breastfeeding. That I didn't even do. But yeah, therapy is so important. I love all you guys. You guys are awesome. But yeah, it's so strange. It really is, because it's like people know that this shit happens, and you guys thought it was weird when I was man, and now it's like I'm literally being what I was born as, and people are like, oh my god. It's like, I know why. It's because Uncle Dunk and all those other guys, they think I'm hot, which I am. I mean, look, I get it. I am confident in the way I look. And I know that I'm confusing them. They're like, you're confusing your daughter. No, honey, I'm confusing you, because you're now getting a boner from Manic now. But yeah,
Oh my
but
god.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Felicia. It's just like, it's crazy. It's really crazy to me that like I have to like defend myself, which is super weird. Like, you guys didn't like me then, and you still don't like me now, but it's cool. Like, you don't have to. I don't come to your channel. I don't give you guys watch time. Like, sorry, I'm not about that. I'm not the like person that like hates on somebody and still watches their channel. I like to believe you guys are awesome. I'm telling you, Aja. I'm telling you. Like, it's so funny. It's like, I'm a petty woman. Like, I am. Like, I was a fucking tough ass motherfucker back then, but like, I'm petty as fuck, and I will say anything really. like it's just crazy. But like, yeah, it's just, it blows my mind when like you're not paying my bills, you're not doing anything for me.
Cheers. Thank you, that guy.
My girlfriend just said I'm cut off from live.
No, I don't need to apologize, Smoke Dog. I don't need to apologize to anyone. Why would I apologize when
Here, we'll speed it up.
I don't have to tell people what's in my pants, yo? Like, I think you guys are all weird. I think you guys are all weirded out by the fact that you guys were so cool with Manic Bro, and now you're like, damn, it's a woman? God. Like, I'm not apologizing to anyone. Thank you. This is my life.
Cheers, SOS.
This is my life. And I did not have to tell anybody, because none of you are dating me. None of you are dating me. If I was on a dating site, every motherfucker would know. Every motherfucker would know. But guess what? I came on YouTube. I do not need to come on YouTube and tell you guys my shit. Like, unless you're trying to get in my pants, which, guess what? Newsflash, none of you guys could. Then you can do. And that's why. That's why I did. And it's so funny because if I would have come on here when I first started YouTube, it was like, hey, guess what? None of you guys would have even given me a chance.
No, I'm not putting that up there.
Literally hateful people who don't give people who are different a chance. So yeah. I know, I love you guys. I love you, Felicia. I love all the girlies that have come to because I swear to God, you guys are fucking awesome. Like, oh my god. Yeah, it's just like a baby. It's just baby. And like, I'm not here living my life. Like, I'm not here living my life. You know, like my girlfriend, she fucking loves me. My girlfriend loves me. It is my life. It is, Vivian. And that's why it's like, this is the last time that I will come on here and I will stick around and go on A.K.A.'s channel and do an interview, which is going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun, A.K.A. You're amazing.
Yay.
You're amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, you were getting down.
Yeah, I was fucking, yeah.
You
I
were
was
mad.
so
I
mad.
mean, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. So this is one that I wanted to show. Because I think this has, I mean, like, so this video was from your 12 years ago. It's when you were talking about, you know, bullying and stuff. You don't say anything, but you know, it's the
Right, yeah.
flashcards.
Mhm.
So I think it's very see if I can do it. Oh, I didn't share it. Dang it, hold on. Share. Oh, I got it back. Hi. Okay. So this was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I guess I should be reading online. So do you remember doing that?
I do.
And what were you going through, or what were you feeling when you made that video?
Well, I had already had some suicide attempts of my own. I was already self-harming, and I was getting bullied every day. I was, since 4th grade, I was bullied like every day.
Mhm.
And the bullying was so bad. Like,
So
that
what would a day at school look like if somebody was, watching in, or what would like a regular day for you be?
people would call me skank. They would call me stinky, ugly, fat, poor, like all these names that
Mhm.
to a kid is hurtful. I've had somebody slap me in the face. I've had somebody pour milk on me, trip me. There was a lot of stuff. People would make up rumors about me every time I would go to the hospital, because I'd be in there for at least 4 days, and people would say, "Oh, she's in jail," and it's like, nope, I was actually trying to kill myself and wound up in the hospital.
Right, they had no idea the
Yeah,
pain you were going through.
no, and it was really rough for me in high school and middle school. And when I
I'm
came out
so
as
sorry
gay,
you went through that. I mean,
yeah,
I am. I'm nobody should have to go through that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I'm glad that you are moving through it. If you're not through it, I'm glad you're getting to
yeah,
a more healing life. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow isn't promised. You have to live in the moment. You have to live for today.
mhm,
That's one of my famous sayings, and you have to love yourself.
yeah,
You gotta give yourself big hugs.
yes,
Yes, big hugs. Like you're awesome for who you are. I made the statement in your chat. I thought you were a sexy man. You know what I mean? You're just an even more beautiful woman. You know what I mean? I I, as a subscriber, would love to see whenever you can for you to mesh the content, right? I mean, you could still be, Kailyn doing like the Manic Mouse stuff. I guess is the best way to verb it,
For
so
sure.
you know what I'm
For
talking
sure.
about. I have, every time you have read my cards, I have it recorded, a screen recorded. You know what I mean?
That's
So
awesome.
I have that for me, because they were. I mean, you had me crying. You don't know it, but you had me crying on like 2 of them for sure. Where I was just like, I hate tarot cards, but I don't. You know what I mean? It was just,
right.
it was like, because I know a lot of times people say, you can always imply what you're being told into some way of your life, and I guess you probably could, but if you've got to sit there and find a mold for that reading, you know what I mean? Then it's not
Right.
it's not your reading. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, so if you can sit here and at current, especially when it's like current and right on, and get a reading and be like, right. And then when you get the good card tellers, and they can get a little bit more like what they're saying is personal, not like a general generalization of what that card reads. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely I'm going to get back into things for sure.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I mean, you did great. You've been on like an hour and 15, 11, you know what I mean? I'm going to play a song that, so you did this song, right? And that's you singing?
Yeah, I wrote the song and then I just chose a beat to go with it. And I can't remember if the song that you play has a hook, like a chorus.
I don't know that this one does, no, but the other one I have does, but no, this one doesn't.
Okay, then yeah, this is all me.
I mean, it's cool, but I really appreciate everybody who came in. We got up there in views for quite some time, so I know a lot of people got to hear it. You know what I mean?
I'm glad.
And hopefully people will, share this out, and people will, come and laugh and maybe cry. I don't know, but I really appreciate Izzy and Sunshine and Kailyn, just came in, and Duke and SOS, and people, especially people who are modded, and people who are giving words of encouragement. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yes, me too.
No, it's okay, Kailyn. Please do rewind. It will be good to watch. But you're grounded, Sunshine says. No, but it's So yeah, we're gonna play this song, and then I have an outro. And then,
Alrighty.
So I'm going to put you full screen. And again, just tell everybody who you are, what your channel is.
Okay. Hi, I'm Queen Kailyn, formerly known as Manic Mouth. I do a lot of gaming lives, for one. But I also have a mental health podcast I do. Tarot cards. I'm a tarot card reader, so I read tarot cards. I do true crime as well. Makeup. Kind of everything. I'm a very variety channel. So...
Yay. Excellent. No, I'm not playing our outro. You haven't made me a new outro. But I am going to play this. So, smoke your smoke. Or what is it you always say when people would come in on? Say it.
Okay.
What you smoking on?
Hope you're doing good. Chilling. Smoking. Let me know you're smoking on if you're smoking.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Am I going crazy? I can tell lately, and life has been a little hazy. Been asking for a sign, and you keep telling me you're fine. I guess I need a little time to figure out my mind and stop being blind. I need to open my eyes. The worst part is always cutting ties. I gotta take care of me. I'll do anything to be free. Keep my head up to the sky. Got that green on hand to stay high. Pain is just a part of life. even though it feels like a knife stabbing you in the back, always trying to make you crack in this cycle end. I'm so tired of having to defend my heart from the dark. Yeah, I'm ready for the spark. I'm ready for the spark. Gotta keep looking up, making sure to fill my cup. Can't let myself drown or let my family down. I finally see the light. I'm not gonna lose this fight. Not gonna lose this fight. I've been through hell and I don't mean to dwell, but I've come so far, it's hard to hide my scar. Through these hazel eyes, I see through the lies. Can't put nothing past me. I don't wanna hear your plea, all I want is truth, and I hold on to my youth. I'm an old fucking soul, a hippie lighting up the bowl. A hippie lighting up the bowl. I'm an old fucking soul. Gotta keep looking up, making sure to fill my cup. Can't let myself drown or let my family down. I finally see the light, I'm not gonna lose this fight. Gotta keep looking up, making sure to fill my cup. Can't let myself drown or let my family down. I finally see the light, I'm not gonna lose this fight. A.K.A.
Dude, I love that song. So that was produced, that was all Kailyn. So when, Kailyn, Queen Kailyn, Manic Mouth.
Yep.
Manic Mouth, Kailyn. It's her. Oh, wrong way. Over there.
Manic Kailyn. Maybe that'll be my
There
name.
you go. Manic Kailyn. I like it. Yep. There you go. All right. Much love to everybody. Thank you again for coming in. I appreciate you. Hashtag in the stigma. So
Yes.
yes.